Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And quite a few players out of the lineup, taking a look at who's out for both teams.
Only midway through the season, neither team holding up as well as they would have liked. They're being tested.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Daniel. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Njai in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Charlotte, Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Miller and Simpson in at the 1. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
Now, here's Bridges. Clock at 6. There's the drive. Oh, he would not be denied!
What a burst! No run-of-the-mill stuff there. Fellas putting something extra on it.
Ray, can you believe that? My goodness.
Well, that will go in the highlight package for tonight. I'm certain of it.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Man, how about the confidence Johnson possesses? That's a phenomenal job right there, using his body control and finishing.
Here's Simpson. Miller outside. And he banks in the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Simpson. He's covered by Daniels. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Bridges. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
Just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Here's Daniels. He had 27 points last game. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
So it's the Hornets now, after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Knipple. Charlotte moving the ball around. Miller with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the inside, Njai. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, the worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. From deep, Johnson. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
They set the pick. inside. A good finish at the rack off the swing feet. 6 points for him.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Fires from the line. Okongwu. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Bridges. That's tipped. And here's Daniels. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Okongwu a screen to the paint. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's Simpson. Pass to Bridges. Rebound, Atlanta. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Yeah, their activity and intensity at the offensive end really set the tone for the game.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Pass to Simpson. And here is Bridges. Here's Simpson. 5 to shoot. Bridges outside. 3-pointer. Bridges missing again.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Here's Daniels. Here's Okongwu. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Kneppel. Now Bridges. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridge is also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-point game. Now Okongwu. In the corner, Daniels. Fires from the wing. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Charlotte leading by 6. Here's Bridges. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Miller. Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. Here's Njai. Takes a 3. Kneppel with the rebound. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Daniels.
And that's exactly what Daniels does. He has a knack for disrupting plays, that time getting the block.
Alexander Walker passes to Njai. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. Daniels inside the line. The Hornets pull it in, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, their closeouts on shooters was impressive, and they kept them uncomfortable the entire game.
Alexander Walker, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's Simpson. In the corner, Knueppel with it. Charlotte moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. The Hornets need to get a shot off.
Just power that
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Daniels. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Covered by Miller. And a wide open look for Daniel. Oh, good on the 3.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Back to Bridges. Here he goes. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Now Daniels. Johnson outside. Here's Njai and Miller with the block. Pass to Simpson. And here is Bridges. It's deflected. Daniels against Miller. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
There's a minute 40 left to play here in the first. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals. And this young man's just getting started. He used to be a problem for a long time.
Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. In second, the Hornets.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Back to Reeves. Plumlee with a screen on Kennard. Down low. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Rizachet. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. Unhindered, going all the way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Reed. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
And Reed drops them both. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
Green passes to Reeves. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. James checked in for Charlotte.
Number 4, Sion James.
Just 3 to shoot. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yeah, and that made it difficult to stay connected to their shooters.
Now, here's Kennard. Hasn't made one yet.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's Green. Oh, and the buzzer beat is good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
And so it's Charlotte going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Josh Green is out there with McNeely. Then there's Plumlee, and it's DeLon in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hornets 5. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thanks a lot. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Kevin, back over to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Charlotte leading by 8. Over to the wing. Back to Green. Plumlee with a screen on Kennard. And finished off by Plumlee.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Newell, following the bucket by the Hornets. Kennard with the ball. Now Green defending. And the Hornets making a change here. Peterson's checked in.
Madden for Charlotte. Number 43, Drew Peterson.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. 6 to shoot. Pass to Krejci. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
They worked hard to get this this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's Peterson. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Pull up Jay. Newell can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 8. Pass to Peterson. Here's Diabate. Here's Salon. Scoreless thus far. For the 3. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Hawks trail by 10. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career in the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there, reclining fully right next to you.
Changes. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Newell. Alexander Walker comes in for Zachary Rizachet. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Luke Kennard. Alexander Walker with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Gay. 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit. Charlotte leading by 10. Here's Simpson. To the inside. Pick off in midair. To the paint. Here's Hay, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Simpson. Green with a screen on Daniel. Simpson, no good. The Hawks trail by 8. And last season's most improved player. And Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Simpson. Outside, Green. Johnson with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but to be just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. And he dunks it down.
What athleticism from Daniels on that slam.
Charlotte leading by 4. Simpson the pass to Bridges. Pass to Diabate. The trade. Gay with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Out left to the wing. Johnson kicks to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Simpson. Bridges outside. On the wing, Green. Puts up a deep 3. And the Hornets miss again.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. To Alexander Walker. One-on-one here. And taken away by Johnson. Outside Daniel. Now Johnson. Hawks passing it around. And here's Daniels. He has 6.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
He wanted these people to hear that one. The Hawks trail by 6. And Quinn Snyder winds the timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Teams making some changes here. These players have been dominant on the glass in the last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Second is Jalen Johnson.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Johnson. Now, Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Now here's Johnson. Here's Enjai. He's off from 17 feet.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
To the middle. Stolen. Three-pointer. Daniels. Bridges with the board. Bridges got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, inside, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for Atlanta, trailing here by 8. Alexander Walker with the ball. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Alexander Walker finds Johnson. And stolen by Miller. Pass to Simpson. Bridges a screen on Daniels. Here's Simpson. Oh, and that one, no question, hammered it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Here's Daniels. He's got 6. Now, Alexander Walker to the middle. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Hornets leading by 8. Pass to Knippel. Now, here's Bridges. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Daniels has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Simpson, the pass to Bridges. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And it's Miller in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. There's the steal. Oh, and here comes Johnson.
Unreal.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Charlotte leading by 6. Simpson, the pass to Miller. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Another steal. Pass to Johnson. Over Knippel. Got a piece of it.
Great defensive move by Knippel. Very encouraging to see him putting in the effort on that end.
1:29 left here in the second. From 12 feet out. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Daniel. On the shot clock. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And checking out some stats for Dyson Daniels. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging about 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Now, here's Bridges. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Simpson. Here's Knippel. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority. Charlotte
leading by 4. Here's Bridges. In the corner, Knappel with it. And again, the Hornets missing. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Hornets lead by 4. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now. And Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. And whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
Only have 2 words for you. Elbow, famage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said famage.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. And let's move on to the Eastern Conference standings. The true contenders are beginning to stand out.
You know, right now for the Hawks, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Daniels. On the court right now for the Hawks. Okongwu is out there with Johnson. Then it's Daniels. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Njai in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
One shot.
So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Oh, that was amazing! Oh, my goodness!
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Charlotte trailing. Bridges passes to Simpson. Left side, Miller. Tries a 3. Simpson, no good. Simpson's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Pass to Daniel. Down low. Here's Njai, and it's blocked. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now, here is Miller, defended by Alexander Walker. And here's Miller. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. checking out some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
To the inside. Miller outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miller's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And that is their first make of the third. Let's see if that gets them going.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Now, Alexander Walker. 7 points in the game. Inside, here's Bridges, and it's sent back by Okongwu. Here's Njai. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson in the corner. Here's Alexander Walker. And a fast break now for the Hornets. For the lead. And it's good on the layup. He's got 16. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And here is Okongwu. Traps in the tray. And the Hawks lead by 1.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Daniels with it. 8 points for him. There's the 3. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Miller. They set the pick to the middle. Deflects the pass. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Miller. And they're moving it up. Okongwu with it. Bridges covering. Pass to Okongwu. Now Daniels. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Hornets trail by 4. Here is Miller. He's got 6. Lobbed up in for Miller. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
Hawks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Here's Alexander Walker. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Bridges with it. Pass to Kneppel. Okongwu against Bridges. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 11. Here's Daniels, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Daniels is really good at picking his spots on offense, including when there's an opportunity to attack the rim.
Pass to Kneppel. And the 3 off target. Atlanta leading by 4. And here's Daniels. He's got 10. Now here's Okongwu. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Here's Daniels. Misses the chippy right there.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Simpson, the pass to Miller. Here's Kneppel. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Atlanta has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Daniels with it. Now, Alexander Walker. There's the pick. Takes the 3. That one, no good. Miller against Daniel. Pass to Simpson. Misses the 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They lead by 4. And here's Daniels. From 13, Bridges with the board. Bridges got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. Can they hit it? And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Hey guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Number 5, the Hawks.
Over the last month, that has been a big weapon for their offense. They have shot it really well from deep.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Out to the wing. Shoots the 3. Hornets with the rebound.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's no reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Here's Miller. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Daniels. He's got 10. Simpson with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Miller, defended by Alexander Walker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Well, he understands his role. He's one of their enforcers, but he also helps them win the battle of possession.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Swan's checked in, as Miles Bridges in for Miller. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. It's over Bridges. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green kicks to Bridges. Lock at 6. Charlotte moving the ball around. A shot by Diabate. No good. Kennard against Bridges. Now, here's Kennard. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green, and Green slams it in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Krejci, guarded by Green. Out to the right wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be a Mason Plumlee.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Hawks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Green with the ball. Not able to get that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Hornets on top, up 1. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yes, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Plumlee. Green is out there with Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 4-man position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Bridges misses.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Now here's Green. D right on him. Bridges outside. Down Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gay's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Krejci, guarded by Green. Kennard for 3. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
And this has been an emerging part of Johnson's game. He is getting better at making smart passes.
Pass to Diabate. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Hawks leading by 4. Now, Kennard. To the wing on the left. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Well, he is a very mobile 6'9" wing, and Johnson is showing you he's a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Diabate. It's an all for run. Good D by Johnson.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Plumlee dishes to Green. Here's Salon. Shot clock at 5. A 3 ball. Drills it from outside. Salon's got himself on the board with 3.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
That's the Rizachet. Here's Gay. Oh, good on the triple.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Atlanta leading by 3. Down low. It's intercepted. Bridges outside. Green finds Plumlee. Back to Green. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Bridges. And here is Green. And it's all evened up.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And the Hawks with possession here. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Bridges with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Check in. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. To the middle, got a piece of it. Here's Krejci inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Hornets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Bridges outside. Here's Diabate. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Salone. Atlanta with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Driving.
That's as good as it gets.
Woo!
And as he gets more experience in the league, Ricochet will improve the attack.
Bridges outside. And here is Green to the inside. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
So it's the Hawks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Johnson with the bounce pass. Pass to Kennard. Johnson with the screen on Bridges. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Diabate. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Green. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Kennard for 3. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Green. Here's Diabate.
About putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Now, Ricochet. There's the screen. Now, here's Kennard. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Diabate's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Salone. And it's Ricochet with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And here's Kennard. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. It's close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Charlotte's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Okongwu against Bridges. Takes it off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
So it's Atlanta now. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. outside Daniel. Alexander Walker with the ball. Back to Daniels to end the cold streak. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Miller, the pass to Simpson. Bridges a screen on Daniel. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Daniels. Simpson with the bucket.
Oh, sweet move there, taking the defender off the dribble and then just cruising in for the layup.
The Hawks trail by 4. Daniels with the bounce pass. Here's Njai. Alexander Walker finds Daniel. Johnson sets the screen for Daniel. 4 on the shot clock. 9 feet out. Simpson with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Pass to Kneppel. And here is Bridges, covered by Okongwu. And it's blocked by Okongwu. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Now Okongwu, defended by Bridges. Here's Njai. The Hawks again can't hit.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Now Miller. Here's the screen. And level steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Outside Daniel. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
I really like Daniel's decision making. He is so good at reading pick and rolls and knowing when to take it himself and when to dish it.
Bridges outside.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Njai. Now, Alexander Walker. And so it looks like the Hawks are retaining possession here. Bridges with the steal. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Daniels. Now here's Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Late in the clock, he gets it to fall.
Such great touch from Kneppel. If you can't drive the lane, the midi is a good option.
1:16 left in the game. Outside Daniel with the shot. Not gonna go. Here's Charlotte. They're on an 18-6 run. Now here's Bridges. Takes the 3 and it misses. Here's Atlanta.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where everything is going to have to go your way.
Here's Miller. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Daniels with the steal. Oh, the dunk.
Offensively, Daniels has really come into his own, and now he's taking charge in important moments.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Simpson. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
At the line for the Hornets, Miles Bridges. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
A little breakdown there, letting him get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
Okongwu against Bridges. Miller there for the rebound. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.